A ghostly killer, an unknown force, is trying to drag a young woman from France into the afterlife. Can the psychics stop it? Don't miss out. A shocking revelation about a series of mysterious child deaths. Welcome to Psychic Investigations, a project of true and gripping stories. Here, people who call themselves clairvoyants investigate complex criminal cases and terrifying paranormal phenomena. Seeking help from psychics is Alla Pansart, a Ukrainian woman living in France. She has traveled to Ukraine out of deep concern for her 20-year-old daughter, Iryna.
I'm terrified for her life.
All is convinced death is hunting her daughter. Something strange keeps happening to Iryna. Each time after she returns from visiting her grandmother in Ukraine.
When she came back, after visiting her grandmother, she had an accident.
Iryna still doesn't understand what happened. Out of nowhere, a massive truck appeared, heading straight for her. She barely avoided a collision, but her car overturned and crashed into a ditch. Iryna suffered a back injury. Her mother was horrified, as this wasn't the first time. The other year, after another trip to Ukraine, her daughter had yet another accident.
Again, as soon as she returned, another incident occurred. She was driving in a different car, and once more a truck appeared, forcing her off the road.
Alla and her daughter moved to France when Iryna was 12. The first time Iryna visited her grandmother was 2 years later, and right after returning, she fell off a scooter.
She wore a cast, and she had pierced her stomach.
Iryna fell onto a metal rod, severely injuring her abdomen. Alla recalls her daughter telling her she had been pushed, though there was no one around.
She said something shoved her from behind, and she fell.
At the time, Alla dismissed her daughter's words as childish imagination. But every year, the accidents kept happening. Car crashes, fractures, dislocations, pneumonia. Then, one day, right after returning from Ukraine, her beloved dog suddenly attacked her.
The dog had never bitten anyone, but he suddenly got aggressive and bit her arm.
The dog had lived with the family for 5 years and had never shown aggression. Alla says he acted as if he saw a stranger. At that very moment, she felt she saw a shadowy figure standing next to Iryna. Incredibly, Iryna's grandmother has also seen a strange silhouette near her granddaughter.
Maybe it's a phantom. Mom says it's a shadowy figure.
Alla decided this summer her daughter wouldn't visit Ukraine. Instead, she came to meet the psychics herself.
I can't live without my daughter. I'm begging the psychics to help.
Psychic Ryder and clairvoyant Hala Polishchuk will attempt to find out what is happening to Iryna. They are just 200 meters away from the house where Iryna's grandmother lives and where Alla's mother is waiting for them. But suddenly, Ryder begins experiencing something very strange.
I can't breathe. Stop, please.
Do you need water?
No. I just can't breathe. Like something is choking me.
Take a moment.
Wait, Hala, do you see that? A spirit of a little boy. He ran that way.
Who is Ryder talking about? There's no one else around. Could this spirit be connected to what's happening to Alla's daughter?
Are you any better?
A little. We need to keep going.
Shall we walk?
Yes.
Alla is 44 years old. She was born in Ukraine, and so was her daughter. But Iryna's father abandoned the family when she was still very young. Alla met her current husband thanks to a friend.
A friend of mine. She's been married in France for 15 years. Her mother still lives here. One day she came back and said, "Take a photo."
Alla sent her photo to her friend's husband's acquaintance. His name is Jean-Claude. They started chatting online, and within a few months, he arrived in Ukraine to meet her.
I traveled to meet him in Kyiv at the airport, and he recognized me first.
Now, the family lives in a beautiful two-story house in Hennebon, a small town in northwestern France. Just 300 meters from the home is Jean-Claude's farm.
He's a farmer. He raises cattle, a large enterprise.
By education, Alla is a primary school teacher. In France, she works as an educator at a private kindergarten. Her daughter, Iryna, completed her studies and obtained a profession that is quite unusual for a woman, an auto mechanic.
She has big plans to open a body shop, to be a boss. She's now studying accounting and business management to learn how to run the business properly.
But her mother fears that her daughter's dreams may never come true.
She's my only child. She's everything to me.
At the gate, waiting for the psychics, are Alla and Iryna's grandmother, Tamara.
Hello.
Hello?
This is my mother, Tamara. I have a daughter. She's 21. Something keeps happening to her, and she's always close to... I'm afraid to lose her.
We'll do our best.
I have a strange feeling, like something just passed behind me. I felt the cold.
I need to tune in to your daughter. May I have her photo, please?
Let me bring it.
I'd like to tune in through you. Please relax your hand.
When I look at your daughter's photo, I feel that you're deeply worried about envy from others. And perhaps because of this, your daughter is in danger.
You constantly carry this anxiety. People assume that because you have a house in France, where you live with your husband and daughter, everything is wonderful. Sometimes it breeds jealousy. Have you ever found any charms placed near your home? I had a strange vision. A handmade doll lying on the ground, and not just anywhere, near the yard we were just in. That doll looked like a charm.
We stepped outside and found bundles of grass tied together with a rope made of grass. What's going on? Why is my daughter's life constantly in danger?
It's unbelievable. Did someone really plant a charm on Alla's home to make her daughters suffer?
Can you describe what it looked like?
It was a bundle of grass. About this size. A lot of fresh green grass, tightly wrapped. Around the perimeter, it was woven like a braid.
I feel that the object you found had no magical influence.
You know, it seems to be just a toy. Kids running around, dropping things.
Yes, children go to the river nearby.
Exactly. They were playing near the river, making something.
Yes, young boys. I saw them twisting grass, running with it in their hands, and one of them dropped it. It's a coincidence, not a charm.
Alla recalled that when she found the grass doll near her yard, neighboring children were indeed playing nearby.
The presence I felt when I entered Alla's yard, at first I thought it came from the charm, but now I realize that's not the case. This is connected to the land itself. Jake felt unwell on our way here. The energy here is very negative. We need to tune in and see.
Every time she visits Ukraine for the summer, something happens right after she returns.
As soon as I tuned into the girl's energy, I felt someone standing next to me. It was a phantom. Wait, who is that?
Like a small boy, behind the boy over there. He's standing there looking curious.
He's waving at us like he's calling us. He wants us to follow him.
What's going on? Who do the psychics see? They step outside the gates, where a crowd of the neighbors has gathered. But where are Jake Ryder and Hala Polishchuk heading?
I'm tuning in. He's stepping forward. Jake, let's go. I feel it in my solar plexus.
Oh.
Something happened here. Someone died. Drowned, suffocated. Do you feel it, Jake?
A child seems to be drowning, but I don't see any water.
It's an impact. His lungs burst. It's blood, not water.
It looks like the boy fell and suffocated.
Indeed, the boy fell, and that was it.
Today, a family with 2 children lives in this house. But the locals remember that years ago, the previous owners lost their son under mysterious circumstances. The boy fell from his crib, but the exact cause of death was never determined.
A spirit has just appeared. Quick, quick! It's a girl.
A girl. A young woman is peeking out from over there. She's pulling at her hair, consumed by guilt. Oh my God, she's holding a baby and it's suffocating. She's shaking the baby, but he's not breathing. So little. Why? Oh no. She hanged herself. She couldn't bear the grief.
The locals confirm it really happened on their street. A young woman was found hanged in her home, and beside her, on the sofa, lay the lifeless body of her son, who suffocated in his sleep.
I suddenly realized the woman chose to die, but her son was taken by something else.
But how do all these deaths relate to Allah's daughter?
I see the spirit of another boy. He couldn't breathe. He died.
A young family once moved into this house. They had a newborn baby, and he died too.
The woman the psychics are referring to now lives on the other side of town. She refused to speak on camera, but in private conversation, she blamed the street for her child's death.
I don't even understand what happens on that street. I gave birth to my son, but he died. He lived 3 hours and choked on his own blood. I never go back there.
The land is taking the children.
But why? What is this? Wait. I see another child spirit.
Jake, I feel pulled toward it too.
Anybody home?
Uncle Volodymyr.
Hello, my name is Jake Ryder. I'm a psychic, and this is my colleague, Hala Polishchuk. We need your help. I saw the spirit of a young girl who ran into your yard. Now I understand, she's your granddaughter. Did she pass away?
She was sick and had surgery.
Something went wrong, didn't it? I sense her struggling to breathe.
Her spine compressed, crushing her chest.
The grandparents don't know what kind of surgery was performed. Their granddaughter lived in another country and visited once every 2 years. But then, one year, as they waited for her visit, her parents informed them she'd passed away. It's incomprehensible. Could the same fate await Iryna, who visits her grandmother every year?
We must understand what's happening. Children are in grave danger here.
As soon as we entered your street in the morning, I felt unwell. I couldn't breathe, and every child who's died on this street also suffocated. It can't be a coincidence.
But what is this strange pattern? And how does it relate to what's happening to Allah's daughter?
I see that your daughter also suffers. Sometimes she struggles to breathe. just like the girl who lived here.
My daughter coughs. She has allergic asthma. There's something here.
There's a shadow standing next to your daughter. It's death. She's in danger, and so is every other child on this street. I don't yet understand what this force is, but I want to help.
This is chilling. Almost every house on this street has lost a child. Could Alla's daughter be next? But why? After all, being 21, Iryna isn't a child anymore.
It feels like a strange phantom is constantly lurking near her. It's pulling her into the other side, but it's struggling because Iryna doesn't live here. That's why she's still alive. But every time she visits, she suffers energetic attacks.
But what is the phantom stalking Iryna? And why does it threaten her life?
We were at a dead end. We needed to call upon the spirits of the children who had died on this street to help us understand what was going on.
To perform the ritual, the psychics waited until nightfall. The locals eagerly await the psychic's verdict. They fear for their children's lives and want answers about why so many children die on this tiny street.
Jake, light the candles. I will reach out through this mirror. The unrested souls, come to our circle. Come forward and reveal yourselves. All the spirits of the deceased children and all others who perished here, I call upon you.
Wait, I feel the phantom again. I'm struggling to breathe. The little boy, the same one from this morning, he's running over there. We must follow him.
Let's go.
I've seen him before. He wants to say something. But as we approached, his spirit vanished. Then I turned around and saw him standing beside a woman. Come closer, please. Good evening. The boy's spirit brought me to you. Is he your son? Did he pass away? He's showing me a lot of water. That's why I couldn't breathe when I first saw him today. He drowned.
This woman is 62. She has lived on this street for over 50 years, and tragedy struck her home as well. Her young son, Serhiy, drowned.
He has been gone for 40 years, but time doesn't heal. A mother's heart never forgets. The pain of loss never fades.
I see the day he died. He was playing near the river, but something went wrong. I see many children around him, and they pushed him into the water.
It was a game. They were laughing and playing near the river. And then a push.
He was 8 years old. It was a summer break after his first year at school. Just a week into the vacations, and he drowned. The kids from our street pushed him into the whirlpool. Many people were at the river, and one man pulled him out, but he was already gone.
The locals believe the children didn't intend for the boy to drown. They were just playing, but he never resurfaced.
He says, I want to be like my father.
He didn't know how to swim, but his father did.
He tried to grab onto something, but his lungs were already filling with water. His heartbeat slowed, and then he died.
When they buried him, his tiny fists were clenched. He tried to hold on, but he couldn't swim. That's why it happened.
Every child on this street dies from breathing problems. Wait, this phantom who has been following us all day, it is your son's spirit. I finally get it. His ghost is the one taking the children on the street into the afterlife. On the day he died, he went to the river alone, without adults. He was overjoyed. Death took him at the happiest moment of his life, and so he remained in that moment forever. Now he takes other children with him to play. He doesn't want his best day to ever end.
We must ask Serhiy for forgiveness, because when he needed help, The other children laughed and joked but never saved him.
Both adults and children joined together. A circle symbolizes unity. Tragedy united them, and only together can they help themselves and one another.
All those who were involved or not involved or simply live on this street, we must ask Serhiy for forgiveness. We ask for forgiveness and release you. Go to God. Go to your rightful place. May it be so.
For about 15 minutes, Hala Polishchuk, Jake Ryder, and the residents of the street stood in complete silence, holding candles. Then, rain began out of a sudden despite weather forecasts predicting clear skies.
Rain is a symbol of cleansing.
As soon as we finished the ritual, the rain began.
This is your son giving us a sign. He has gone to God.
I will take these candles and place them for him. Thank you.
Now your daughter will be safe. Just buy a large stuffed toy, place it on Serhiy's grave and say, "This is for you, Serhiy, to play with," then turn and walk away.
I'm certain we're finally past it, and we can finally feel peace about our children. Thank you. It feels like a weight has been lifted from my soul. I feel joy inside and a new certainty that everything will be all right for my daughter. Thank you so much.
The dreadful murder of an 8-year-old girl. When adults lie, the child's spirit will reveal the truth about the pedophile murderer and his hypocritical accomplice. In this episode, a young woman from a small town in eastern Ukraine contacted the clairvoyants. Katerina is searching for her 8-year-old sister, Valya.
Hello, help me, please. My sister disappeared 12 years ago. She was my only close relative. I loved her so much.
One August evening of 2006, little Valya was playing with her friend in the courtyard of the 5-story building in which their family lived. Later, her friend came back home while Katerina's sister disappeared.
We went to the police after waiting for 3 days and hoping she would probably be back. But Valya never returned.
The police did the search and interrogated people, asking if someone had heard or knew something.
However, they found no clues. Nobody had seen or heard anything suspicious.
After a week of the search for the little Valya Varich, the police informed the family they had presumably found her, dead.
The girl had been strangled, but the family was never asked to identify the body.
They said the body was heavily mutilated. They only showed us her things, and we recognized some fragments of her clothing.
Does this mean you didn't even see your sister's body at the funeral?
No, they forbade us. There was a policeman who accompanied us to make sure we didn't open the casket.
Do you mean you're uncertain if she's dead?
Yes. Here's her final photo.
I had a vision. A man's hands holding a wire, which is tied in a very strange knot. The knot is tied around the little Valya's neck.
I understand it won't console you, but you really buried your sister? The child is murdered. She's like crucified and has a crown of thorns on her head.
A shocking revelation. Was this a ritual murder, or what else could the clairvoyant's words mean?
She was found at a military graveyard. They said she'd been strangled with a wreath.
Her murderer was never found.
No.
I'd like to tune into the site where she disappeared.
We took the girl's photo to work with it later that day.
In the morning before the investigation, the psychics started discussing something excitedly.
The murdered Valya was standing in front of me, but she wasn't alone. Next to her was a girl of her age. She was dark-haired and had a dandelion wreath on her head. She was also murder-red. They were both strangled.
Could it be some kind of serial child killer?
Meanwhile, the little Valya's friends and family have gathered in the courtyard in which she disappeared.
I saw her say goodbye to a girl, then look at her phone and leave the playground.
Let's summon the girl's spirit. She says, Katyunya.
Yes, this is what called me. Forgive me, my dear little sister. I couldn't protect you.
She says it's not your fault.
She sees a car of fair color. Its window is open, and through the window, she sees someone's eyes. The eyes are smiling, and she smiles in response.
Katerina says she also heard about the car from one of the neighbors.
When she looked out of the window, she saw a white car. Valya was getting into it.
There's a man in the car. He gives her a doll, and the girl gets in his car. The man accelerates sharply. He takes her somewhere where there's nobody around. The man tormented the child. It's so terrible. It's not a human, but a beast. Oh, God. She was thrown away like a broken doll.
The body was in a strange pose. It looked like he attempted to rape her, but we were never told if she was raped or not. She would never approach a stranger, even to get a doll.
He looks like someone she used to know, but then didn't see for some time.
Her godfather. He often went to work abroad. Every time he returned, he brought her presents.
Valya's godfather was in another town on the day when she disappeared, but the girl didn't know that.
She took the other man for him.
Because of the doll.
Your sister's murderer is dead. She showed us him. He died in the same car. It looked like it crashed. The last thing he saw in the darkness was your sister's eyes. And then, the brakes squealed and the car crashed into a tree.
But Valya's spirit asked us to help another girl who's being threatened by another man. It's a little girl of about 7 or 8.
We don't have any little girls in our family.
Valya's spirit says you're the mother of the girl we're supposed to save from death.
Do you have a daughter of 7 or 8?
Yes, Amina.
It turned out that this young woman lives with her family in one of the neighboring buildings. She and her mother and aunt were on the way home.
I saw the psychics, and so we decided to come up.
Lisa was planning to contact the psychics anyway because some kind of evil spirit has been haunting her little daughter.
Something is threatening the child. I fear for her.
However, Zhana Shulikova feels that the threat emanates from a human. But the girl's mom claims it's an otherworldly entity.
I saw a notebook, and in it, there was a phrase written in a kid's handwriting, "He's the evil," and there was one word there. Had I deciphered it then, I would have made the mother confess everything.
Could the phrase from the child's notebook mean the otherworldly force? What is going on to the little Amina?
Smoke. Fire.
Did you have a fire at your home?
Yes, we did. My mother woke up and ran to extinguish it.
It turned out that one night, the whirring in the apartment where the family lives burned, and the curtain caught fire quickly. Lisa's mother was extremely fortunate to extinguish the fire, but Lisa believes somebody from the other world stands behind the fire.
I felt something pass by me, but when I turned around, I saw nothing.
And a few days before the fire, Lisa witnessed somebody's ghost next to her daughter.
The silhouette was vague, as if it was made of smoke or mist.
You're not the only one to feel it.
My aunt feels it too.
I felt felt something, like a hand, running along my hair. I got so scared.
To find out what is threatening Lisa's daughter, I needed to see the girl. Hello? Could you please give me your hands? You can take the child. I see a storeroom. I see a little girl sobbing next to a suitcase. She's holding a doll in her hands. But the doll looks like it's smeared in something red. Like blood. It's not Iryna, but energetically, this girl is very much like Iryna.
Who could this girl be?
Look over there.
There's a girl sitting on the swing. I saw her in my dream. The dandelion wreath. She was strangled like Valya. She's calling out. What is this? It hurts a lot. Dead eyes.
She's lying in a sack. It's so cold around her. She's wearing some dark pants. And the sweater that looks like yours. It's pink. Her feet are bare.
This is my sister.
My daughter.
It's shocking. Jana didn't even know where it had happened.
She was raped, first strangled, and then thrown away.
What was her name?
Alla. She went to top up my phone and never returned.
That I was absent then.
Back then, Lisa was living in another town. Her mother got ill and stayed home. She needed to top up her mobile phone. And her younger daughter went to do it for her mom.
When she wasn't back in 20 minutes, I went to find her. Having checked everywhere, looking for her, I went to the police.
The officers searched all the neighboring courtyards and playgrounds and asked the little Alla's friends, but they didn't find her anywhere.
She was found 2 days later.
A woman who cleaned the streets found her.
The girl's body was in a trash container not far from the building in which she'd lived. Therefore, the clairvoyants went there.
I didn't want to live without my child. I can't.
I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. I wished I'd been killed instead of her.
I love her so much. I always go to her grave to ask for her forgiveness.
The aunt still remembers the last time when she and her niece went for a walk that spring.
She asked me to make a wreath for her, so I made it. And she put it on her head and said, "I'm a princess." And then she hugged me and pressed me so tightly.
Help me find out who did this to her.
And what happened?
She didn't die here.
She was brought and dumped here several hours before she was found.
After the girl was murdered, she was held in some kind of locked-up room, something like a basement.
The examinations revealed that the girl had been murdered the same night that she disappeared. However, it remains a mystery where her body was kept for over a day before it was dumped into the container.
Alla's spirit told me my murderer threatens Iryna.
This is some kind of maniac, or I don't know who it could be.
she will show us where she was murdered.
Alla's spirit brought us to the door and pointed at the apartment on the first floor.
I live here.
What do you mean?
I live here with my mom.
Was she murdered at home? There was something wrong about this story.
Do you have any of the girls' possessions?
Yes.
I have a vivid vision. The girl is tormented. She's raped. And she's strangled.
But how could the rapist and murderer enter the apartment in which the girl lived? And who could he be?
I see the hands of a man. It's a strong man. He has dark brown eyes. And you know this man.
Probably.
You know him. Why is the child calling the murderer her father?
I can't believe it at all. He's the only person I trusted in my life.
We warned her 100 times it could end up in a tragedy at home.
It turned out that Alla called her stepfather, her dad.
By the time her daughter was murdered, Victoria had lived with a man named Gaji for 7 years. The woman's first marriage had collapsed after she fell head over heels in love with the handsome Oriental man.
It's such a great love. But he's in prison now.
For what is he there?
This time, for a rape. He raped Alla.
Gaji Muslimov, who used to live with Victoria, is currently serving a sentence. For the rape and murder of the 8-year-old Alla, he was sentenced to life in prison.
I don't know who the murderer really was. I can't believe he could do it.
The woman is certain that the man she loves would have never done anything like that. He only confessed everything because of the pressure from the police investigators.
They tortured him so badly that he ended up in the hospital.
Our expert found a police officer who was involved in the investigation. And he clearly remembers Victoria's partner confessed to the terrible crime. This is incredible, but the rapist claimed it was all the girl's fault.
He said the girl entered the kitchen and told him she wanted it, so he had sex with her. And when the girl started screaming, he strangled her, and that was it.
Do you know what I'm standing next to?
The storeroom.
The tears. The dark room and the suitcase. Why is the child in the suitcase?
Tell them! Why aren't you saying anything? You complained to me that he'd tied her up and put her in the suitcase.
Ask Mom, and she'll tell you.
The woman won't tell us. But Lisa says the man really locked his little stepdaughter in the suitcase to punish her for misbehavior.
Whenever she took a piece of bread improperly or peeked into the fridge?
Yes, it did happen, but I put an end to it.
But if Victoria admits the man was cruel to her daughter, why does she refuse to believe he raped and murdered the girl, especially after the experts proved he was apparently guilty?
Muslimov's sperm was found in the girl's vagina. Is there any more sound evidence than that?
I see you behind the bars.
I was imprisoned for this.
She spent 4 years in prison
for the murder of your daughter.
For helping him to take the body out of the apartment. But I didn't do it.
According to Victoria, at the moment of the murder, she was in the apartment. Together they came up with a plan to get rid of the child and keep the crime hidden from everyone. They hid the girl's body and then called the police, telling them that she had disappeared. The next night, they took the body out and dumped it in the trash container in the neighboring courtyard. Both his and her testimonies mention it.
He tortured her. Don't tell me you didn't know anything.
No.
But your murdered daughter says you did.
The girl's aunt only found out about this nightmare after her death. She was told about it in front of the morgue, from where they came to take her niece's body for the funeral.
This woman, a medic, went out and said, "I've seen many things in my life, but I've never seen a child who was raped for 2 or 2.5 years.
Could it be a kind of lesson for me? I don't know.
A big mother of a lesson, the child was murdered.
The only thing the mother could think of after her child was murdered was how to avoid prison for the man she loved. But I can't call this feeling love. This is some kind of perversion."
He's also being released soon because he's got the money and hired expensive lawyers.
It turned out that Victoria's partner submitted an appeal, and his life sentence was canceled.
The case was sent for a review, and the court may announce a new sentence soon. The lawyer is sure that Victoria's man will be released.
My client is not guilty. He will be released in any event.
I asked her what she would do after he's released, and she told me, "It's none of your business who I'll be sleeping with."
I didn't wish to spend even a second more in that woman's company.
What was the doll Alla was holding? It looked like it was smeared in blood.
She received it as a present, and she drew all over it. This is how she expressed her emotions.
And I saw a notebook with an awful phrase in it. "He is the evil," and there was a third word I couldn't make out.
I had a dream. I was holding that notebook in my hands, and it read, "He is the evil. Dad, period, evil."
She was forced to call him Dad.
The spirit of the raped and murdered girl, through us, wanted to save her niece. Because if that beast is released, little Amina's life will be in danger.
I'm absolutely shocked and stupefied. I'm terrified to even think of what happened to my sister, and I don't want it to happen to my daughter. I'm taking my children and leaving.
You and your family can come and live with me. Oh, you know it well.
After the psychic's investigations, despite all the attempts of the beast's lawyers, the court sentenced him to life in prison. The murderer will never be free again. A charming 7th grader mysteriously vanishes during Easter. Is it still possible to find the girl alive? And what horrifying truth are her parents trying to conceal? The psychics are going to unveil the shocking truth. During the filming of the episode, Yana Pasinkova and Kayal Alekbarov were approached by a woman whose 14-year-old daughter, Sonia, went to see her friends on Easter and never came back.
They said goodbye to her at 9:30, but she never returned home.
The disappearance of the girl on Easter became so resonant that at 8 the next morning, dozens of police officers, rescuers, soldiers from the nearby military base, and canine unit officers arrived to search for Sonia. The entire village joined the search.
We searched everywhere but found nothing.
She's always been so polite. She's a little sunshine. She's always cheerful and never has conflicts with anyone.
The 14-year-old Sonia is the best student of her school. Her family is very proud of her.
She participated in contests on all the subjects, and she always won.
Maxim is Sonia's friend, who was among those who were the last to see her.
We went to the square and were there for some time. Then we told her we'd see her off to the market. There we said goodbye to each other and went home.
Sonia went home alone.
How far is it from here to her home? A little over 1.5 kilometers. It's roughly a 20-minute walk. Pull over, please. I want to talk to the attendant. They could know something. Tell me, please, do you have security cameras here? I want to see if the missing girl crossed here at about 10 in the evening on May 1st.
Do you mean Sonia? The police checked the video. They said they didn't see her in it. She wasn't here.
Thank you. So it means the girl disappeared somewhere here, on this stretch of the road.
Sonia's friends and family don't lose hope she will eventually be found. However, it has been a long time since she disappeared, and there has been no news about her lately. This is why her desperate mother came to see the psychics. The clairvoyants took Sonia's photo to work with it on their way back.
The girl walks along the road, but then the road ends abruptly, and this is it, Kyle. She's gone.
I don't see Sonia among the living either. My sacred book says, the girl is where there are many trees. She will be found in the woods in the village where they live.
She will be found on this day next month.
Later on, Iryna phoned us to tell the horrible news. Sonia had been found dead in the woods, exactly a month later as the psychics had predicted.
Here it is. It's over 1 kilometer from here to the road through the woods. She was either dragged here by force or brought and dropped when she was already dead.
Sonia's mother and grandmother were invited to the morgue to identify the body. The DNA experts confirmed it was the body of Sonia Butts. But what was left of Sonia shocked her family.
It's impossible to know the reason for her death because the remains were badly decayed.
But who and why murdered the girl? Kyle Alekperov and Yana Pasinkova embark on the investigation.
The girl repeats the strange phrase, "Find my friend. I trusted him with all my secrets. Does this mean we need to find a boy?"
I had a vision. A woman, a man, and a girl are in a forest. I can't describe the adults because I only saw their backs. But the girl glanced back at some moment. It was Sonia. The next moment, I saw a bloodied knife in the woman's hand.
Could they probably be serial killers?
But the girl was so calm with them around. Does it mean she knew those people?
To get to the spot where Sonia's body was found, you need to know the forest really well. Most probably the murderer is local, or at least they had been there quite often.
The cards say the girl saw somebody else being murdered, and the murderer knows she saw it. She could have been killed as a witness.
I had another terrible vision. There, in the forest, this girl, Sonia, she was holding her own head in her hands.
Do you mean she was beheaded?
Sonia told me, "Turn over the page and you'll see."
What page?
I don't know.
Hello, come in, please.
Hello. My name is Valentina. I'm Sonia's grandma.
I want to know what happened to her.
Iryna, take the cards, please. She's lying down, and a woman is looming over her. The woman is her bloodline, and she's holding something sharp in her hands. Look, the woman with the knife. Valentina, this is you. What are you doing over the girl's body?
What do you mean?
I was confused by what I saw. Could Valentina have murdered her granddaughter?
If we are talking about her body, then it is her hair. I took the hair.
What? I don't get it.
Yana, you mentioned something sharp in the woman's hands. It wasn't a knife. I see scissors.
Scissors?
It turned out that Valentina took a lock of her granddaughter's hair while she was at the identification of her body.
Here's the hair. Because I can't believe the DNA test results are correct.
I compared Sonia's hair with the energy of her photo. This is her hair. I am very sorry, but your little girl is really gone.
Iryna, she's gone. Bring water, somebody. Iryna, please, take a sip. Just one sip. I beg you.
I don't want water. I don't want anything. I don't want it. Who did it?
Calm down, please. You must help us find out who murdered your daughter. This is why we're here.
Iryna, I need you. Do you hear me? Pull yourself together, please.
Return your granddaughter her hair. Take it to her grave. You can't keep it at home.
She's been here to take it. She came to take her hair back. I heard somebody knock on the window pane, and then there was Sonia's voice outside saying, "Grandma."
It's a bad idea for somebody to keep their dead family member's hair, as the necrotic energy from it can harm the living. But since we had it, we needed to work with it. Sonia, what happened? There is a woman standing over the girl's remains. You don't get along with her. She knows the girl. She's your rival.
She's got long dark hair and big dark eyes.
This is Zoya, the wife of Sonia's father.
They found her while they were picking mushrooms in the woods.
The psychics and the girl's family go to see her father, Vitaly, and his wife, Zoya, who live in the same village.
We saw you and Zoya next to your daughter's body. Did you find her?
My husband and I went to pick mushrooms. I got deep into the forest while my husband stayed on the path. I found the shirt and showed it to my husband, and he said it looked like Sonia's shirt. And then I saw the pants among the trees, and I tried to pick them up but failed. And so we called the police, and we only found the lower part of her body. After the experts arrived, they searched the area and found the rest. I don't know exactly what it was. My husband later told me it was the skull.
So, the girl's head was separated from her body. This is what I saw in my vision.
I assume the remains could be dragged all over the forest by animals. Most probably, these were dogs or wolves. According to the locals, there are many of them here.
Take it in your hand. I want to summon the spirit of a girl. Your daughter is here now. She says she's mad at you, Vitaly. She's showing me a room full of children. She's on stage, and you're in the audience.
It was a school play, yes.
Sonia says that she was upset because you came to someone else's child.
My son and Sonia are almost the same age.
Is he your stepson?
Yes.
The boy's name is Bohdan. They went to the same kindergarten, and she was offended because her father came to take Bohdan home, but she stayed.
She's bitter. The girl says, "Dad came not to me."
She cried and she complained. It traumatized her a lot when she was little.
Your daughter says, "My father is the killer."
That's enough. I don't want to talk to you.
These are not my words, but your daughter's. It's about a man who is not alive anymore.
You're using some kind of transport. Wind. It's not a car.
It was a motorcycle.
The man stops you. He's intoxicated with alcohol. He bothers you.
You punched him, and he died.
The man Vitaly fought died a few hours later from an internal bleeding. By the time the ambulance arrived, he wasn't breathing.
I bore the punishment for it.
Vitaly was tried for an involuntary manslaughter, and he spent 4 years in prison.
We divorced after Vitaly was put in prison.
Your daughter's spirit says, "Don't look for those who found me, but her, who I was looking for." I don't understand who Sonia was looking for, but I know one thing for sure. The people who found the girl's body didn't murder her.
Sonia asked me to find her friend, whom she claimed knew some secrets.
I suddenly had a vision in which Sonia showed me this friend. But it wasn't a human. I see a notebook. It has a pattern of flowers on it.
Did she have a diary?
Yes.
Where is it?
The police took it. There's nothing important in it. She only wrote that she didn't trust anybody.
We need the diary. The cards says that she made some important notes in it 2 or 3 days before she was murdered. It can be a clue.
Yana, let's call Katerina Malichenko.
Hello. You need the last pages of Sonia's diary, is that right? I'll try to get copies.
While the project's detective is trying to grant access to Sonia's diary, the psychics go to the site where the girl's body was found.
This is where I found the shirt. Right over here.
I need to carry out the ritual to ask your daughter's spirit what exactly happened to her. She was very sad and lonely.
She didn't trust anybody, not a single person. She didn't have close friends, and she felt rather lonely.
And you, as a mother, weren't a friend to your daughter?
We had a good relationship, but I distanced myself from her recently. I withdrew into myself.
She's now standing next to me. It reminds me of my visions. A woman, a man, and a girl in the forest. The girl was Sonia, and I saw a bloodied knife in the woman's hands. You are the woman. You are holding the knife, and it's bloodied. You are a murderer.
I murdered my partner.
I'm speechless.
The woman met Andriy 6 years ago. Later, she took Sonia and moved in to live with him. After that, her younger daughter Polina was born. But what happened that made Iryna kill her partner?
He was beating me, and I grabbed the knife and stabbed him.
At first, they lived happily, but soon enough, the man began to drink heavily and beat Iryna. She eventually lost patience with it.
I stabbed him in the heart. 2 years of my life were rather existence than living.
Iryna is still under investigation. She doesn't know how she is supposed to live with this guilt. This is the reason she distanced herself from her daughter.
Sonia was home when it happened. Her mother killed her stepfather in front of her. This is why the cards showed her to me as a witness to a murder.
Your partner's spirit says, I forgave Iryna. But can she forgive herself? She owes Sonia an apology.
Oh God.
Iryna, get yourself together. Calm down.
Give me water.
What does it all mean? What apology does the mother owe her daughter? Meanwhile, Katerina Malichenko managed to access the copies of the Killer Girl's diary. The detective sends them to our journalists.
Her spirit says, turn over the page, and you'll see.
Good morning. I'm in no mood today. Mom has been away for 3 days. Tomorrow's Easter, but she's not here. I can't even go to see my friends, as Polina's home. Are you serious? She wasn't going home then. She was looking for you. Where were you?
At my friend's.
For 3 days?
Your daughter is showing me a house. You often visit it. I see cigarette smoke. People drink and sleep right on the floor.
Yes, I started drinking, and I could leave home for 3 days.
The trial has been delayed over and over again for 2 years and a half.
Iryna developed depression, but she didn't choose the best way to overcome it. She began attending the local drinks house in the neighboring street.
Iryna, I can understand you as a human being, but there's a line you should never cross. You should always put your children first.
Her father is a killer, and her mother is a drunk. Neither of them needs their daughter. The 14-year-old girl thought of her little sister she had to take care of, and she couldn't leave home to see her friends. Do you want us to find the murderer? But are you any better than the murderer?
Ask anybody here. Did any of them take part in the search? Did anybody join the search party at least once? At least once? Did they go into the woods? Did they? Did they join the rescuers and soldiers? Did they?
They did. They did.
Oh, please stop it. You simply went there to be seen in front of the village council. This is what you did.
Stop saying this nonsense, you.
What are you talking about? Why are you arguing?
Because everybody wants to show themselves in a favorable light, to show how heroic they are.
There's nothing to argue about. She's dead. Do you understand it? You should have argued about her when she was alive. Now it's too late.
Nobody of you cared about your child. Neither you, nor you, or you needed Sonia. She started the diary because she had nobody to talk to. I have another vision. Sonia goes to the place where you were, Iryna, to take you home. I wasn't the first time she was going to do it. She says, "Mom, I didn't want you to drink."
Sonia always said that whenever she entered there, she felt the stench of alcohol. Then she would find her mother among the distorted, drunken faces, take her by the hand, and go home with her.
The girl was brought here when she was already dead. She wasn't murdered here. I see a man strangle her in a car of a fair color.
Is he from somewhere here?
He's local.
A car runs towards here, like this. She's on this side of the road.
The girl is going to take her mom home. He says, "Get in. I'll give you a lift. I'll help you get your mom home."
Did she know him?
Yes. She knows him.
He's much older than her. You know him. You know your daughter's murderer.
Sonia wants to take her mom home as soon as possible, and she gets in his car.
He harasses her. It's sexual violence. He didn't intend to kill her. He pressed too much. Here. He's taller than you, just a little taller, but she's little, so it was enough.
The girl's body was found in such a bad condition that the examination failed to find whether she'd been raped or not, or if she'd been strangled.
Her body was kept in an enclosed space. She's pointing at the ground. It could be a basement or a cellar. I feel the man who killed your daughter works with his hands. He fixes things with tools. He has gray hair and blurry blue eyes. It looks like he drinks. He's about 45 or 47. He was a regular guest at the place Iryna used to go to, and he saw Sonia take her mom home. He'd been interested in the beautiful girl for quite a while.
I can't even imagine it.
I feel he's not in the village currently, but he'll be back. In any case, it's the job of the police to search for the man. As for now, we've done everything we could. The rest is in God's hands.
She says, "I need to hear I love you." Didn't you ever say it to her?
No.
Now you have the chance.
Sonia, I love you. I'm sorry I couldn't give you the love you wanted so badly.
Sonia, if you hear me, forgive me for everything. I didn't give you the love and care you wanted. I wasn't your mother, but you were like a mother to me.
Iryna, you must think about your younger daughter. Be with her and give her all your love.
We pass the information obtained by the psychics to the police. Hopefully, it will help them find the girl's murderer. A horrendous murder of a little schoolgirl shocked a large city. Don't miss out. The girl's spirit will appear to share her pain. The evening on a warm June day, on the shore of the Dnipro River in one of the Ukrainian cities, a shocked crowd stood around the dead body of a girl lying on sand. Rescuers had just taken her out of the water. It was Versavia Forletova, an 11-year-old schoolgirl.
She was lying on the shore, at the edge of the water, covered with black plastic bag. She only had her underpants and cross on,
Everyone was stunned.
Two frightened boys of 7 and 9 sat apart from everyone else on the beach. One of them had just lost his only sister.
I don't even want to recall it. It hurts me a lot.
It was a weekend, Sunday. Versavia and her younger brother Dimitro and their neighbor Arsene played in the courtyard, while their mother and grandmother were busy with household chores.
They decided to go fishing. The Dnipro is 6 bus stops away from their home. Dimitro said he, Arsene, and Versavia walked there.
The river is 2 kilometers away from their home. Children weren't allowed to go this far away from home, so they decided to go there secretly.
We undressed here to swim a little. All 3 of us went into the water and lied at the shore.
The boys claim they left Versavia alone for 15 minutes tops, while they went to find sticks to make fishing rods. When they returned, they found the girl dead.
I saw she was floating face down on the water. I called her several times, but she wouldn't answer. And then I swam to her and I reached her, but the depth there was great.
What could have happened to the girl in those 15 minutes at a popular riverside spot on Sunday? Plenty of people were swimming and fishing there.
It was Sunday, so there were many people there. There are a playground and a sports ground nearby.
We were fishing about 400 meters from there. When I went to check my rod, I found those 2 boys. One of them told me, "I think my sister drowned." I dove first, but then decided to call rescuers.
Everything pointed to an incident. The girl went swimming and drowned. Besides, according to her family, Versavia couldn't swim.
The initial forensic investigation concluded drowning.
We didn't want an autopsy first, but now I see it's good. They still did it.
The results of the autopsy came as a shock, not only for the girl's family, but also the police. The 11-year-old girl was brutally beaten and raped before she died.
When the results of the examination came, we were all shocked. They found sperm in her mouth, sphincter, and vagina.
You can't even call it shock. It's a great tragedy.
When the girl got into the water, she was still alive. Before she died, she received knocks on her head and neck, and her legs were bruised and covered with scratches. Naturally, the investigators changed the main version to a murder instead of an incident, as they initially thought.
But the truth was revealed too late, and the investigators didn't get any fingerprints or any other traces from the site. They didn't even interrogate the possible witnesses to the murder. The girl's relatives are still shocked. Who is the beast who raped the schoolgirl so brutally and then killed her? And where? Did it really happen on the crowded beach?
The water in her lungs means she drowned or was drowned in the river. The microflora analysis supports this conclusion. Most probably the girl was raped while she was on the shore.
She came as an angel and went as an angel.
Why did it happen to me? I don't want to live.
This is Olena, Versavia's mother. She's 41. She works at the local water services company. She raised her daughter and son alone after she divorced her children's father many years ago. The man didn't even attend his daughter's funeral.
She was buried in a white dress and with a doll.
The investigation into the girl's death has stalled.
The more details were found, the more questions came up.
But most importantly, the main witnesses, Versavia's brother Dimitro and their neighbor Arsene, often claim controversial things.
We had an impression that Dimitro learned a prepared text that he'd rehearsed many times. He claimed she'd had a conflict with Arsene, and they quarreled. But Arsene said there was no quarrel whatsoever. We're in the dead end now. The investigation got suspended.
I'm asking the psychics to come and help us find out the details of my cousin's death.
Kayal Alekperov and Olena Kurilova, the most powerful psychics of the project. embark on the investigation.
What is this? Like a flash during the day.
What is it glittering?
Nobody sees the thing that the psychics are talking about.
It's a sign from her. Driver, pull over.
Let's go towards the glittering. Look, Versavia. Did the girl from the investigation bring us here?
Tell us what happened to you. Kayal, I see a hand. It's small like a child's hand and it grabs her by her neck and then it drowns her, putting her face down on the water surface.
Indeed, the girl's neck was bruised. Did a child murder her? But who was it? Was it her brother, the boy who went with them to the river, or somebody else?
Who hurt you? Where do we find him? I have a vision. A building. It's red and square. It looks like a maze. 3 or 4 stories and bars. I see bars.
Olena, the girl is telling me the dead bird keeps my secret.
Let's go to see her mom. Probably she can explain something.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I want to know how my daughter died.
Help us, please.
Can I have your hand? I feel you often see your daughter in your dreams. And in them, she gives you an odd look. I see fear and distrust in her eyes, but I don't know the reason behind them yet.
In one of the dreams, she was sitting on a bench and looking at me, and that was all. She didn't smile or do anything. She was simply staring at me seriously.
Versavia's spirit accompanied us all the way from the cemetery. She didn't say anything. She was simply standing and crying silently. And for some reason, she was looking at her mother with a gaze full of reproof and offense.
She's showing me a large square building of 3-4 stories. Its walls are reddish.
It looks like her school.
We need to go there.
Here it is. This is the building I saw.
However, the moment we approached the school, the security guard started behaving strangely.
He said he wouldn't let you or even me in.
The guard locked himself in the school. He won't let the students out and won't admit anybody. Even parents who came to take their children home can't enter the building.
Let her mom in.
What's going on in this school?
They fear.
We want to see the principal.
Hello?
Hello, why won't you admit us?
We need to enter the building whatever it takes us. The girl's spirit has brought us here for a reason.
I'll go without the cameras.
All right, no problem.
The clairvoyants enter the school. The crew stay outside. However, one of the members managed to film something with their phone.
Inside the school, Versavia's spirit was silently looking at all of us. I realized she'd brought us there because she wanted to tell us about the pain she endured while she was alive.
She was beaten repeatedly. She had bruises. I hear screams. She was grabbed, and then her head was dipped in something white with water inside. She wasn't only beaten publicly, but she was also humiliated terribly. However, I failed to find out whose the hand that was drowning the girl in my vision was. She feared the school.
Is somebody among the school students involved in the murder of the 5th grader? But who is it then? And why did they bully poor Versavia?
What we saw inside was horrible. Everyone must know what happened to the girl there. She was one step close to death in that school.
2 boys beat her. One of them was aggressive. He was fair-haired and the other had dark hair.
I saw those boys plunge her head into water.
Something like a sink or a toilet. And then I realized that the vision I'd had at the cemetery wasn't the moment of Virsavia's murder. Poor girl. She was drowned twice. And the first time, her classmates tried to drown her in a toilet.
As an adult person, I couldn't even imagine the emotions the 11-year-old child felt.
Did you see the bruises?
I did.
Then why did you do nothing? Olena, now I understand why your daughter is giving you the reproaching look in your dreams. There was nobody to protect Virsavia. Nobody cared what she did. She was growing up all by herself. I saw that Virsavia was afraid of her own mother. She wasn't beaten only at school, but also at home.
We had conflicts. Once I whipped her so much she was all bruised.
You didn't care about her life. You saw that she was beaten and humiliated at school, but you did nothing. You didn't care.
Olena never approached me. I didn't know of this fact, but now I'm going to speak to everyone, including students, to confirm it.
We had our own investigation, and what we heard from the students and their parents is absolutely shocking.
2 guys made an ambush. They grabbed her by the hair and plunged her head into the toilet.
They put her head down into the toilet.
But it's not the worst thing that was done to her. She was punched outside the classroom in her stomach, arm, and rib.
The girl was beaten in the corridor in front of at least 15 other students. Moreover, not only the students, but also their parents knew of that case.
My daughter told me that the teacher paired a boy with Virsavia. She took him by the hand, but he told her to take her hand away. He snatched his hand out of hers and started wiping it, saying he didn't want to stink like a bum.
She was different from the other kids. Her clothes were always bad, and her hair was never done properly. It meant nobody cared for her.
She was a pariah, and she was bullied, definitely.
She complained to the teachers. They summoned those kids' parents, and they sometimes came. They assured everything would be all right. But she continued to endure beatings and humiliation.
Does this mean the teachers knew? But did they really do nothing to stop the aggression at the school? Was it somebody of the students who beat, raped, and drowned Virsavia?
The girl's spirit wanted us to tell everybody about her suffering. Besides, it didn't happen to Virsavia alone.
Those boys aren't guilty of her death, but they must be stopped.
After we spoke to Virsavia's classmates, we identified the boys who bullied her and checked their alibis. It turned out that on that day, they were with their parents and didn't go anywhere.
I wish you to never have it in your school anymore.
But who beat the girl so brutally and then drowned her?
At the cemetery, the girl's spirit told me something about a dead bird that kept her secret. Do you know what it could mean?
On their way to the river, they found a swallow in a puddle and tried to save it.
But they failed.
Yes, and so they buried it and covered its grave with sticks.
We need to see the place where she was with the dead bird. It's possible we can feel something there.
It's not far from our home.
I see her holding the bird in her hands and telling it what she feels. The bird was the only one whom she could tell everything.
She liked animals. She thought they were better than people.
I see the girl walk here. She was holding the bird she'd found in the yard, and then she and one of the boys buried it over there, behind those garages. To your daughter, it wasn't just a bird. She saw a friend in it and talked to it. I realized what secret the bird kept. The girl had no father or friends, so she asked the swallow to show her a miracle to make somebody who understood and loved her appear in her life. So, when the stranger approached Versavia and started talking to her kindly, she thought her wish had been granted. And the man was her friend. This was why your daughter wasn't afraid of the rapist.
She was a lonely child. Even when we came to visit her on her birthdays, there were never any other children among the guests, only her relatives.
She was never friends with anybody. She only spoke to her brother. And that was it.
We need to go where the girl spent the last minutes of her life. I feel the children took this track.
Yes, they did.
Let's follow their traces.
They swam. She wasn't murdered here.
And then they went that way. Here's where your daughter's clothes were found.
Dimitro said they'd also waded into the water here.
The girl was alone, and she heard somebody call her. It was the man.
What was Dimitro doing?
He and his friend were wandering around.
Do you mean Dimitro didn't see it?
I feel the commotion on this path. Over there. In those bushes. A kick under her knee and she falls to her knees like this.
Oh God.
She falls like this and then one man. He grabs her by the neck and presses her to the ground. And a knock on her temple and then on her head.
Yes, the forensics found a hematoma on her head.
He pressed her down tightly and she couldn't breathe. It happened here.
There are always many people around here, but nobody noticed anything.
The place where the kids were was overgrown with bushes and reeds, and so it was impossible to see what was going on behind them.
Was he alone?
Yes.
Does he feel remorse for what he did?
Beasts have no remorse. Is the current directed that way? It carried away her body.
So she was thrown in the water back there, right?
Most probably, the girl was brutally raped not far from the place where the kids went swimming, and then she was drowned immediately. The traces of fresh blood on the girl's underwear that the investigators found point to that. Besides, her brother and neighbor didn't see any bruises or scratches on her before that.
Give me water.
My brain refuses to accept this information.
Olena, your daughter says you don't miss her at all. She is happier in the heavens than she was with you.
Do I need to weep? I simply don't know how to behave. My mom taught me that. She was also indifferent toward me. I don't know how to behave like a real mother, and I genuinely believe I am to blame for her death. I simply want to ask her to forgive me for being a bad mother.
I also asked her to forgive me for everything I didn't do.
She understands your tears.
The boy is also in serious danger. The danger comes from the man who murdered Versavia. I have a feeling the boy saw his sister's killer, but he didn't realize it. As such, he posed a danger to the murderer.
The psychics go to the police station to share the results of their investigation. The crews stay in the courtyard of the station to wait for the psychics. Here are some fragments of the conversation between the psychics and the investigator.
I saw a group of men on the shore. Then, one of them separated from the group.
He has a round face and a high forehead, and his hairline is receding. His hair is cut short. He's not tall, but broad-shouldered. And he had his knee injured in the past.
He's over 40. He has no family of his own.
Did you find the place where she was raped?
It happened closer to the shore in the bushes.
The psychics spoke to the investigator for almost an hour. Based on their words, the police compiled the facial composite of the schoolgirl's murderer.
We did everything we could. Now it's up to the investigators.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for your help.
If you're impressed by the story, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. Many more impressive investigations are still ahead.